I want to ask you a question. I don't know how you can answer it because this is like a character question.
Yes.
When I think Stalley, and I think a lot of people that listen to your music and know you, they think of humility. You have a lot of humility. You actually embody everything the current day rap artist doesn't embody. As far as like flash and, you know, what is it about you that allows you to share this space with these guys and excel?
I guess it's just being me, you know, like, cause it's just like I'm everything they want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people hide behind facades or hide behind these characters. Mm-hmm. But me just being me and making the music that I make, I think that everybody appreciates that and respects that. You know what I mean? So I'm able to stand amongst, you know, these people who, you know, that you say, you know, come across with, I guess, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like, I don't really try to put people in boxes, but you know.
Well, I mean, I look at it like this. I've been at a couple venues that you've performed at. And it's almost like, I don't know if you feel it backstage, but when you come on stage, it's like you bring something a little bit high, like you almost bring food for thought when you're on that stage.
Right.
And there's something about you that's not the same as every guy that comes on before you or after you. And I think people feel that energy. Yeah. And people don't walk away like, oh, that was lame, or it's almost like, damn, who was that guy?
Right.
And because I've actually spoken to you years before you've gotten to this point, it makes you feel like, damn, that's what's up, man. He did it being him. He didn't have to adjust at any given point.
Right.
And I want to commend you for that. That's graceful. I don't think too many can say they've done that.
Right. Nah, thank you. I appreciate that. And, you know, and that's all hats off to, you know, someone like Ross for even taking notice of that. You know what I mean? Because usually it's someone like yourself or someone on a more of a what do I say, like a level of just us common folk, you know what I'm saying? But when you have someone who is Ross and who is like the hottest in the game and takes notice of someone like us,
that's a blessing.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a beautiful
thing. I mean, I'm definitely common folk. I don't get ass as much as the rappers I listen to get ass. I don't have the jewelry. I'm still busting my ass to get a pair of Yeezys. Like, shit is real over here. And I got an artist like you, Curren, like these guys I can relate to on an everyday level. Right. And to see you guys excel makes me happy as a hip hop fan and as a regular person. Right,
exactly. And that's what I think that, you know, we bring. And, you know, myself is just like, I think a lot of people see themselves in me, you know, and hear, when they hear me, they feel it and they see, you know, like it's like picking their life apart.
Now,
you know?
I want to talk about, because you did say Ross seen something in the vision, and you know what's something I noticed, and I hope you can elaborate on it, is that when I look at Rose, what he's building with MMG, we could say that he's building something that has been done before, but it's new. This is like a newer paradigm for whatever it is to create that moniker, MMG, whatever that means. But I feel like he almost treats Stalley and the blue collar movement different than he treats the other members. Not in a bad way, but he kind of lets you do your own thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good observation. I thought I was the only one that seen that. So,
no, as a fan, you know, I mean, I'm a student. I pay attention. I'm like, damn it. Whenever he tweets MMG, he always reps blue collar as well.
Yeah.
I peep that.
And I think that he sees a lot of himself in me. You know, him and Khaled always tell me that. They always say that, you know, they see like me and them when they first started.
Damn.
You know? And when they were coming up and just how they carried themselves in the movement. And, you know, look at MMG. That brand is huge now. And they, you know, and he feels that Blue Collar Gang could be that same type of movement, you know, but just on a different level because, you know, it's the same music. It's the same goals, but it's just kind of like I guess we kind of touch different people. I mean, the different
Blue Collar Gang, I think it's self-explanatory.
Exactly.
Now, hold up.
But it goes so well with Maybach music.
You know what I get a lot, and I mean, just from scanning the YouTubes, like I said, I know you personally, I know what you're about. I want to take this moment now that we have the platform to discuss what is Blue Collar Gang and who is a part of this team. Because I feel like a lot of people still want to know that because you're associated to a brand that's so established.
Right.
But please elaborate.
Well, you are. You know, everybody is. Everybody is a part of Blue Collar Gang who supports me. Who supports me, who goes through life just with dreams and just goals, you know, and they do whatever it takes to do those, but with humility, you know what I mean, with honesty, and just going through, whether it's a 9 to 5, whether it's school, you know, like me, like I never did anything illegal. I never did anything out of my way or out of my character to get to where I am. And there's so many people like me. And we don't have that voice. They don't have that voice. Like somebody told me in Paris, a girl told me in Paris one time, she said, if somebody doesn't like your music, they don't like themselves. Because, you know, like they probably see themselves and they can't face it. I don't want to be, you know, a lot of people listen to different artists. I won't name artists, but just different artists, because it's not their fault. But it's like a lot of people listen to certain artists and want to live vicariously through them. Like they want to go home and take off their marathon shirts that they just changed oil all day and put on the bling and fantasize about the girls and the cars and the money. But when I speak about their life, they don't want to hear that because they despise it. You see what I'm saying?
What you're saying is Blue Collar Gang is for the person who can look at himself in the mirror and totally be content with who they are.
And want more, because don't take it like I just settle. Like I want to be the best I can be. I want to have as much money as I can have. You know what I mean? But it's the way we do it and go about it. You know.
Now, what you know what fucked me up was that I'm a huge Rockefeller fan. I come from that era.
Right.
So I seen the studio session with Guru. I'm like, no. Young Guru, for those that don't know, this dude has every Jay-Z song lock and key.
Right.
This is a fact.
Yeah. No.
He said some real wild shit. He said, did you see the interview? He said, and this ain't blasphemy, anything of that. He said, Stalley reminds me of Kanye West of MMG.
Right.
Because MMG means something, but Stalley is a little bit different and it's a good thing.
Right.
What does that mean to you, knowing what the fuck Kanye means to this generation?
Right. I mean, that's big, you know, and even Dame said that I reminded him of Kanye. And these are two people who were close in his growth, you know, and they looked at me and said, yo, you remind me of in different ways. Because, you know, Dame thought of me as a Kanye in one way and Guru in another. Okay. But just for me to be mentioned like that is just
how did Dame mean it? Dame mean it in comparison to Guru?
Like just how hard I worked, how diligent, you know, I was, how you know, aggressive I was. Like I never turned anything down. Like if it was like grab the mic, I was the first one grabbing the mic. Yeah. Like, you know, the rap. And he would tell me stories how Kanye would just jump on the table and rap, or be like interrupt Jay-Z sessions and be like, but listen to this rap. You know what I mean?
and disregard that he's interrupting Jay-Z.
Exactly. You know, and that's just the type of passion I have for myself and my music. And you know, and then, you know, Guru, like he said that I bring a whole different movement, a whole different feeling to MMG. And that's what Kanye did. And you see what he's doing now with good music and with his music, period. Man. He always was someone that could bang with Beans and Freeway and Cam and them, but he also had his own thing.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I think that's what Guru said. And it's just a beautiful thing to even be in the same breath as that.
Now, I want to shoot a name at you. Tony Dorsey.
Right.
Not too many people know how important this dude is to the game.
Please Google Tony Dorsey. Please.
All right, we're both on the same page. I mean, I'm talking about young Guru, Jay-Z's personal engineer, and also the guy.
This was before I was signed.
And Tony Dorsey decided to remix and remaster your last project before this one.
Right.
How does the relationship with young Guru come about, and how does Tony Dorsey come into this?
Yeah, well, young Guru came about because last year, South by Southwest, he came up to me and he was like, yo, I'm a big fan. Wow. I've been watching you. People are watching you. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't change. You're doing the right thing. It's being noticed. Just keep doing what you're doing. And I would just bump into him here and there, and he would just keep, you know, showing that love, and it was just a beautiful thing. And then, you know, we exchanged numbers and we stayed in touch. And then when the project came about for being re-released, I was like, yo, I should ask him to remaster it, basically, because, you know, we got to master or mix it. And then that's when he brought in Tony Dorsey to master it. So he remixed it.
We're talking about the master of remastering.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, just those two hands on it is just, I mean, come on. They brought out I mean, I was performing that album for about a year, and they brought out instruments and sounds that I never heard.
So you was
before.
like a fan?
Yeah. Oh, come on.
You were
man.
like, yo, I didn't even know I said that shit.
Exactly. I didn't even hear that ad lib, you know?
You tweeted recently, and I thought this shit was the dopest thing in the world, because I'm always telling my team, like, yo, don't worry, we're going to get on. Like, keep working hard. And I remember going to the dojo, seeing you and Currency share space. It was like you guys were the young balls, but you knew you was making your way up.
Right.
And then Currency tweeted something along the lines like, yo, ran into my homie Stalley. We got matching rollies.
Yeah.
And then the Instagram. And I immediately grabbed my man's like, yo, we could do this shit.
Right.
How, that experience and working with Currency, because I know you haven't worked with him since the Address joint.
Right.
And that shit really made everything pop off.
Yeah.
So explain the relationship. And
I mean, that's beautiful. You know, Currency is my brother, hands down. You know what I mean? And like I said, you know, we was trying to get something together for Savage Journey to the American Dream.
Okay, yeah. I remember you didn't want no features.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, but it just didn't work out. So, you know, God is good. You know what I mean? I was down in Atlanta. He was down in Atlanta at the same time. He came through to the studio late his verse. And he told me something. He was like, yo, it was meant to happen this way because we're brothers. Like, all that emailing each other back and forth tracks and all that, that's not how we do things. It was supposed to be meant this way for us to be in the studio together and make this record. And it was just a beautiful thing. And then we had the same Rolex. Like, it was just crazy. And it was funny because he was like, you know what? But if we would have had the money back then, we would have probably been like, give us the same Rolex. Like, you know?
On some Ace and Mitch shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if we would have went to the jeweler, like, yeah, we'll take the same one.
Now, I got a question for you. I don't know if I'm going to stir the pot a little bit. This might be the rumor mill, but are you guys working on a project, or will you at least consider that? Because you guys sound fucking great together.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely consider it. You know what I mean? Like I said, that's my brother. I love making music, you know, with him. And just, you know, Address was just, come on, man. That's just something that helped me get that, you know, those looks, you know. And even Ross see me on Address, the video, MTV Jams, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm down, you know what I mean? If he's down, we can do it.
Can we, Currency. Currency. The streets need this, B. Streets is dry, B.
I ain't seen my lady in days. I've been out in these streets so long. Late night to the early morn. I've been such a rolling stone. And I just wanna make it home. To you.